Hi there, welcome in. I'm Steve.
And I'm Jane.
And we're Why Not Travel Oz. And guess what?
What?
We've finished our shakedown trip.
Shakedown trip is done. So in this episode, we're going to give you a review of the van, the good, the bad and the ugly. We're going to talk about how it travelled and also the big question.
Fuel.
What was our fuel economy like with Bertha?
Yeah, so come on in and join us.
Come sit down next to me. So today in this episode, we just wanted to do a shakedown video and talk about our latest trip that we did. So our first trip in the van. So I've got a list because for those of you that know, I love my lists and my spreadsheets. So we just wanted to cover off a few things. We've been asked some questions about how the van went and what worked and what didn't work. So we thought we'd...
just run through a list of things that Jane's made up here. So hit us with it, Jane.
We're also going to talk about fuel economy because that's a big issue for us with Bertha. She's a little bit on the thirsty side.
Being a petrol V8, it is,
Yeah, so we'll talk a little bit about what fuel economy we got and we'll talk about maintenance and then just the cost of this trip. So for those of you that watched our prep trip or before we left, we had 6 days to get this van ready. We'd originally planned a 4-week trip in our trusty Oz tent and the van was ready. So
and then we had to pick it up, get it ready, get it weighed and just get everything prepared and then re-prepared it once we got it weighed and knew where the weights had have to be on the van. So we had to change a lot of things around that night before we actually left for the following morning.
We had 6 days to change our plans from taking the tent to taking the van. We went from Adelaide to Bowen up in Queensland and back again. So
we did 8,000 kilometres.
8,000 in total, but not all of that was with the van, was it? You know, sometimes we would stop a place and just go off in the car, but the majority of it had Nessie, our van, on the back.
Towing,
Let's have a look. Let's get into it.
Yeah, let's start your list. Where do you start?
So even though we're pretty sure we would have forgotten some things, weren't we? We think we pretty much had everything that we needed. It was just a massive learning curve for us, wasn't it? So we headed off and we got about 50 kilometres up the road and Steve wanted to check the van. And you'd also noticed on the the
tyre pressure gauge, which shows you the heat of the tyres as well, that one was actually a lot higher than the other. So great piece of equipment.
We're really glad that we have those tyre checker things, don't we?
So I noticed that, but I wanted to check by the time we got to there anyway. So
being the first time we had towed it and we're on our way with it all packed, so we checked it and one wheel was definitely, the wheel and the hub and everything was definitely hotter to touch. So we rang MDC. We rang the showroom originally because we just didn't know, so we rang the showroom where we bought it and they did say if we could get it into them, they would have a look at it for us, but we were quite a way away from the showroom. They said to just call warranty. We called the warranty department and at first the guy did say to us that it's a maintenance issue and we needed to have maintained it. So when we explained to him we had just picked it up and done 50 kilometres, he went, oh, okay, no, that's not good. And they were really, really good. They said, look, just get it into someone that can have a look at it for you. So we rang a place and they couldn't see us till later. Eventually got it in on that first day at about 3:30 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And they noticed that you know more about it than me. What did they notice?
They pulled it all to bits. I mean, I had a bit of a look at it on the side of the road and then we thought, well, it is a warranty. We'd only done 50 kilometres, so we wanted to get it checked properly. And so what it was the brake lining on the outer side of the brake line was running right up against the drum, like the hub, and causing friction to heat up, and the castle nut was a little bit loose as well. In the end, the bearing was all fine. It all got re-greased and put back together, but once they took a bit off the brake lining, we didn't have any more troubles with that at all. We kept monitoring it, stopping, and just checking it all the time, and until we got really comfortable and knew that it was going to be okay. So it just...
that it was fixed, wasn't it?
It just stayed the same temperature as all the others. And
it definitely fixed the problem. So we only stayed probably 70 k's away from home, and our first day
we're planning on going a long way, and
wasn't quite as far as we had hoped to get, but
it was exciting. We got to do our first night.
It was, and it was a free camp, and it was awesome. So, and we had no further dramas with that wheel the whole rest of the trip.
So we'll head on to the next thing. What have you got there?
So we were going to talk about things that we love about the van. Did you want to walk around and do that, or you want to just?
We can. Do you want to talk about some stuff? We'll walk around. I can.
Okay.
Film you, and we can swap over.
Let's see how we go.
Let's give it a go.
All right,
why not?
Let's try that.
Alrighty. Let me readjust myself here.
I have to take my list with me though, because I'll forget all the things that we love that we used.
Yeah. In general, though, we really love it.
We do, in general, There are some things we don't like. We'll go through that in a minute, but there's definitely a lot that we love about the van. So we love the inside-outside kitchen. Even today where we are, it has been windy and it has been raining, and this just allows us to cook inside when we want. We cook outside most of the time, either on the air fryer outside or the outside kitchen, which we'll walk around later and show you that.
We'll show you all that.
But it is nice just to have that extra option. And someone told me to put a tea towel over the burners so that this doesn't smash on the bumpy road. So I've done that since we got back. So thank you for that tip. That was that was awesome. Outside kitchen we'll talk about as well when we get out there, but we love that it's hot and cold water plumbed straight to it, so that's really handy.
It's really good. We love cooking outside and being outside, but then we love being inside too when, when it's raining and wet.
Weather like it's been. We love this L-shaped lounge. This is really, really handy, especially if you've got work to do on the road. We find it just great that it's a really big long table. The table it spins around as well.
Which, we love too. So I can be on where Jane is now.
Because Steve does the cooking.
And Jane can be on this side.
He locks me out.
And she can be making the coffees and toast. And so that works really well. We can use that as a bench. It's good. And then turn it back around and, start eating. So
it's really good, and if we need to work on the laptop or anything, there's plenty of room, and the table slides this way and that way and in and out and all sorts of things.
Flexible.
So so we love in here we you can come here.
You put lights on.
I put lights on. Steve tells me off I never put lights on.
All the time I have to put lights on.
I'm used to living in a tent where it's dark. So we love having the separate toilet and shower. That's a real bonus for us. And the shower in here, I'll just turn the light on. It's got a towel
that's good.
hanging.
You can see the towel rail there. So you can have a shower and have the towel out like that, and the towel doesn't even get wet. So you've got
all of this room in the back here. Your towel can stay there while you're showering and it stays nice and dry.
And you can keep the door shut. It's really sealed and you don't get cold when you turn the shower off.
Yeah, it's really warm in there, isn't it? Yeah. So we do love having the separate toilet and shower, so that was really good. We love having a washing machine. We had fun with that. It doesn't hold much. I think it's a 2.5 kilo or something. It'll put in a set of clothes, or perhaps if you were just doing your bedding, you could probably get a sheet in there. Not much, but it does help. But we had some fun trying to work that one out. So if anyone's seen our Tin Can Bay episode, it's a bit of a laugh at how many people it takes to figure out.
Yeah, first time trying to work it out.
You would think it was rocket science, but Steve got it worked out, so that was
awesome. It was like we're having an earthquake in here for a while.
It was, and we had just had an earthquake the day before, so that was quite interesting. So, but we do love having that. We love the amount of solar and batteries that this has.
It just hasn't faltered. It's just we've ran whatever we want, whenever we want. I can probably just come in here for a minute.
Let's see you.
And we'll just plug in anything we want and cook, put the air conditioner on, heater.
Because it's got everything. 1,225 watts of solar. I'm getting so good at this.
Yeah, you are.
And 600 amp hours of lithium
That's right, so. Yeah. And we've only, with everything that we've used, we've only gone down to probably 84, 87%. And without plugging into anything, even the car, it's charged up by 10 o'clock the next morning to 100%. So, and that's, we're not scraping on anything. We're plugging in everything, laptop, hair dryers, and it's just really, really good, isn't it? Yeah, really, really happy with that. And so
we love all the cooking options that we have. So we've got
we went through
the gas cooker in here, the gas cooker outside. We've got the induction. So it came with an induction cooktop that we just store up in here.
And we've used that a few times now.
We have, yeah. The microwave, you know, you can cook in there. It does have a full oven and grill, which we still haven't used
it yet, have we?
No, we desperately wanted one. I don't know why we wanted one, but we did, and we still haven't used it yet.
But we've got so many cooking options.
Yeah, so we really do like that.
And the diesel heater, fantastic.
Yep, the heating and cooling, we've got heating and cooling up here on the roof, the reverse cycle, which all can run off the batteries, hasn't flattened our batteries.
I've given it a good run and watched it, and it's, I mean, you wouldn't want to have it on as
no, it wouldn't last forever.
But it really good. And then the, I'll just swing around here. So then, the diesel heater down here. Really, really good, and it keeps you warm.
It gets a little bit too warm.
It gets really warm
sometimes, So
but the only thing there is, I'll let you talk about that if you like.
What's that?
Just about the diesel heater, having that down there.
Oh yeah, having the switch down there is really hard. And
Are we still talking about things we like or dislike?
We meant to do like, but that's okay. We can talk about this now. Yeah, it's a dislike. Having it down there, there's no remote control for it, and you know, we're not spring chickens, and getting down there and trying to read the dials,
you got to get right down
and work it out is a little bit tricky. It would be nice if that controller was up higher somewhere.
Somewhere by the bed, so you can turn it on and not get out of bed.
Because that's Steve's job, having to get out of bed and turn it on. I absolutely love that the inverter just works itself out. Like in the car, we have to turn the inverter on to plug something in, let it do its thing, and then remember to turn the inverter off. And in here, it's just plug and play, plug in whatever, and it will just work itself out. So
you don't even have to think about it. You just plug it in and
literally does it. So that was really exciting.
So that's a real plus, I think.
We do love the amount of lighting in here. I think we've got 2 lots of lighting on at the moment, but there is a 3rd lot that's all under the benches.
There we go.
Yeah.
Hang on, we'll do it again.
Yep. So I mean, it's bright at the moment anyway, but there's lights above the hatch in there. There's lights over the bed.
The lighting all over is good.
Yeah, inside and out is brilliant lighting, even though Steve tells me off because I never turn the lights on.
I'm always following Jane through. I can come back around here again. Always, you'll notice, Jane will walk in, it's dark. You can't see anything, and I'm always behind her turning lights on. So I don't know whether it's
a conserving power thing or what it is, but I never turn them on.
Thing.
I think it's a me thing. We absolutely love these blinds. So it's probably a nothing to a lot of people, but we've never had blinds.
No.
We've been in a tent, so I love that pops down and pops up.
Full screen, can't
it's
see
all
in.
block out. It's great. So they I spend a lot of time mucking around with them, so I really enjoy them.
Yeah.
What else is there? Oh, this upside freezer. We have not had a full fridge before. We've in the car it's just the Waco fridge. And we haven't had a freezer, and I love that it's a drawer. Steve's got his ice creams in here.
Yeah, we can have ice creams in this now for the freezer. That's really good.
I really like that it's a drawer. I find that really handy, and I like that it's on the bottom because you're in your fridge more often than your freezer, so that's really helpful that it's nice and eye level.
It's worked really well.
Yeah. We do like that there's a great balance of power options between electricity, gas and diesel.
That is really good.
Yeah, we have found that really helpful. If you turn it around to yourself.
To myself?
Yeah, because behind you we have the bed, and we absolutely love that mattress, don't we? We thought we'd have to get a pillow topper, and it has been just so comfy. We prefer that to the one that we have at home in our house. So.
Yeah, and probably the only thing we don't like about it is having to get out of it. It is literally that comfy, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's really, really good. So swinging back around to you.
Okay, so it doesn't have a dust suppression system, which we were really freaked out about when we first got it, because everyone had said that you need a dust suppression system.
We were really worried about that.
Yeah, so we've taken it on some really dusty roads so far. Obviously, we haven't done the Cape in it or the Gib or anything like that.
Nothing extreme yet.
But definitely some dusty roads. I think you've got a clip you can probably put in of that. And we got no dust inside at all. In fact, the main time we get dust in here is when we're in the van and we've got the windows open and just the screens shut, and we get dust in like you normally would.
That we're not living in a tent anymore and shut the door.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, I do leave the door open a few times. We've got a fly buzzing around in here at the moment. So that's really the only time we get dust. It does have a dust cover for the door that you always put on when you travel, and we just have not had any dust, which I'm surprised about. Really good. So, yeah, so that has been really good.
Yeah, I'm just looking around to see what else.
So let's talk about the things we don't like, because there are some that we don't like. We don't like the jockey wheel, but we'll show that when we go outside.
It's a fly.
I don't like that curtain on the
this curtain
door.
Here.
Yep, I really want a blind on there, so we are going to look at changing that around to a block-out blind.
Which I think we talked about in the beginning. We weren't sure about that.
Yeah, in our van walkthrough we talk about.
We'll definitely change that.
So that's definitely going to go. We didn't like the TV. We just, I don't know whether it was
just... up here, or it can go outside as well. But
it can. It did come with one. We have taken it out and we don't bring it with us anymore. I don't know whether it's just an us thing, but we could only tune it to one channel. That's all we could find.
It could possibly be an us thing.
It could be. The quality of the picture wasn't great.
No.
And we just don't watch that much telly. We watch YouTube or we watch Netflix.
I think if we'd probably, if we do have a TV, we'll just replace that with a smart TV. Yeah. So
so we really don't watch telly. So we've taken that out and don't use it.
Yeah.
You don't like that there's only one spare wheel on the van, but we can show you that when we go outside.
Stuff afterwards because just when
the diesel heater switch you've already talked about. The display light for the inverter, which was up here, on all the time. But I did talk in my walkthrough. Someone has given me a fix for that, so I'll get on to that now that we're back. I'll get onto that and have a look at how to fix that. We don't like that there's no PowerPoint in this kitchen at all.
Yeah, Jane has a real issue with that one.
I do have a real issue with that.
So there's nothing in here at all.
Apparently it's too close to the tap to be able to put one on, is what I was told. There is one up in here. So the microwave's plugged into one, and we do have another one.
Yeah.
But otherwise there's one around the corner.
Which is around here.
Here, somewhere. So it just means... we've got to run an extension cord. So I think we'll set up something a little bit more permanent with an extension cord so that...
it's just a little bit of... I mean, it's probably no big issue, but it's just a little bit of a pain having to get that extension cord out, which is just down here. We keep it in this drawer here. And then, having to get it out each time.
I mean, we don't have a coffee machine. It's not something that we generally drink tea. But I would imagine for someone who had a coffee machine and wanted it set up permanently, that could possibly be a real issue for them. I don't know. It's just surprising to me that it's not a little bit easier.
It's just, for us, it's just a bit of a pain, and we're just pointing out the stuff that
that we don't like. The other thing that I don't like is these side wardrobes. So they are massive. Like, it is huge and it goes back so far and it's so deep. But to me, it's just unusable space. One, the side cupboards make it hard to get into. It makes it hard to get into. You'd really have to climb on the bed to get into it.
We did
talk
about that though, and
it's not a massive issue though for us, because we're trying to keep weight off the front of the van anyway. So I generally just store spare bedding in there, or winter clothes, jackets and things. So things that are light but quite bulky. I think definitely if someone had a lot of stuff and needed to store it, you would want to put shelves in there, but you'd still want to remember that you know, if something's right at the back, you're not going to reach it from here, which I do love these. I thought I wouldn't. I actually really love them. So I'm glad that they're here. I thought it would make making the bed really hard, but it's not. Changing the sheets I thought would be hard, but we just slide the mattress forward, tuck the back in, and away it goes. But you can make the bed really easily. I make the bed every day. I'm a bit of a bed maker, so so that wasn't an issue. It's just those cupboards are a bit how you doing, I guess. So
yeah, but the reason why we do have like these cupboards here is because underneath, like on these, the outside kitchen actually runs underneath there. So, you know, you've got to compromise a bit on. That's right. And I wouldn't do away with the outside kitchen to have these gone. No. We just use the outside kitchen way too much. And like I said, I really actually do like having all my stuff here. Really good. So so that's really handy. Yeah. So the rest of the stuff that we don't like is really outside. So we'll talk about that. I'll come back around here because when we go out. So yeah, we'll go out and have a look at the outside stuff. So the things we love about the outside. About the outside? Yep. So you've got your kitchen. Right. So the kitchen is we won't go pulling it all out. You can pop some footage in of you've had it out before. Put some footage in, but we love the kitchen. Mm-hmm. It's great cooking outside. It's got the sink, hot cold water. It's we just love it. The other thing we have got, we use these heaps. We use that a lot, don't you? Put the air fryer on it. Just everything, don't we? Air fryer, the induction cooker, and we use the power here to come out to it. We'll come around here. We still think we may look at putting a second spare wheel on, like if we're doing the gib or any of those road areas. I'd just feel more comfortable if we had another spare tyre. Mm-hmm. So these are sort of things you don't really like, isn't it? That you really want two spare tyres. Just to make it a bit more comfortable. We've got the fire pit in here, which we might put back either in the front or I have seen a frame made up where the fire pit can just slide straight in here. Oh, okay. And I think that might be good too. Just something that's easy to get it out, because we didn't think we'd use it that much, but we did. We really loved it. So yeah, probably the biggest things we don't like on the outside. I love having our spare wheel carriers, because then we can have extra wheels to take with us and things. But we're going to have to change that around, because when we do turn, which we did turn the other day, and that tyre was touching the toolbox. We heard a bit of rubbing, and Jane checked, and it was right up against it. So, and especially when we're turning or going down some steep inclines, turning at the same time and getting that flex happening. So we're going to have to take these off and put the spare wheel back underneath, and probably what we might look at doing is taking a casing, a spare tyre without the rim, put it on the roof rack, and so then we can get in and out of here easier to the back of the car. And because also if we're pulled up and we're turned, we can't get these open to get into the back of the car. You've got to straighten the car up. So really big pain for us. So we will be really looking at changing all of that up soon. The jockey wheel, we're not a real fan of it. We found, it doesn't feel real stable to us, but we also found that the rubber on here is splitting already, and we'll definitely change that to one of those blackjack ones. So it's electric, and we can just plug it in, and so we'll get that changed over as well. Attacked by a fly, sorry. Yeah, we got flies and mozzies around everywhere. So, but other than that, it's been pretty good, hasn't it? Yeah. So. The one other thing that you don't like, which is just something a little bit silly, is the angle of the I've gone to put stuff on here, and I put it up, and all of a sudden I turn around, it's on the ground, because it's just like that angle of it won't sit there. So it would be nice if it was actually a little bit like One thing that I really, really love is that you have put Starlink up on the roof of the car for us. So I'm not sure if you can see it, but... Can you get it up high enough, or you want me to jump up there? On there? Yeah, I'll jump up there. Steve's going to jump up.
Steve's put our Starlink up on there.
Yeah, I put Starlink up on the car, and yeah, it works so good, doesn't it? Here you go.
Thank you. Yeah, look, that's been amazing. We can have the car parked quite a way away from the van, and we still get full internet in the van, and it also means that when we've left the van and we're off in just the car, we've got Starlink, we've got it constantly while we're driving along. You know, if we need to look up campsites or road closures and stuff like that, we can do all of that at that same time.
And yeah, it works in the van, no worries at all, doesn't it? Yeah, we'll actually love it. It works really well.
So the only things that that went wrong, or what have you, while we were away, is we didn't have the anti-flap brackets put on the van when we picked it up, which they knew. So we had to wait for those to be put on. So we've only just got them. We had a bit of an issue with the awning itself, in that Steve got a little bit stuck in there. He didn't have the pole, and
it was our fault. We should have pulled out the little, like when you got this little tag thing, you've got a little pole to hold it back, but we kind of were putting it back, and I was hanging on to it here, and which you'll see in one of our videos. I might even put a little clip in, but I couldn't hold it any longer, and Jane was filming me laughing, and I just had to let it go, but I was hanging on here, trying to hold it back. And when I let it go, my fingers got caught completely in the back, right in here.
Completely jammed. You're lucky you didn't break your finger.
Yeah, Jane had to stop filming and go and grab the thing real quick, and so we could clip it and release it to pull it out, to get my hand out. But if she had been off walking or something and I was there, I would have been stuck there until
or if you were travelling on your own or something.
Yeah, I could not. I was literally stuck.
Yeah, not sure if anyone else has had that issue. And it was just the water tanks. When we first left, you filled up the water tanks and they were
just on
leaking.
The bungs. Yeah, if you ever get a new caravan and that, I'd put the plumber's tape on it straight away to stop them leaking, because I filled them all up and they just leaked straight away, and I had to empty them and put the tape on, and they've never leaked since. So really, really good. But we're really, really happy.
Oh,
so
overall,
comfy.
it has been brilliant. Yeah,
we'll still muck around with the leveling and the car and that, just to make it drive better, handle better.
Yeah.
But in general, it's been pretty good. Yeah.
So I think what we'll do is we'll get out of these flies and mozzies. We'll go inside and we'll talk about how it handled and fuel economy and all of that kind of stuff. So.
Okay, we're back.
We're back.
And we've walked around the caravan and said the bits and pieces we don't like and do like, and inside we've done.
So now we're going to talk about fuel economy.
Yeah.
Your thing that you try and avoid the most of all. So before we left, we had a bit of a bet as to what fuel we would do. And I said I thought we would do around 33 litres per 100 towing.
Yeah.
And you thought we would do...
Oh, I thought around about 30. Yeah.
About 30 litres. So we had our first fill up, and remember that we had the brake issue and everything like that, but we got 35 litres per 100.
Yeah.
And we went, okay, something's going to have to change. So
so we're not being real conservative though.
No.
We took off and just drove. And so we took off, got the brake fixed, or the wheel fixed.
The wheel issue fixed, and we sort of dropped our speed down to around 85, 90.
Yeah, I wanted to make a really big change. Pull it right back, and just to see what it would do, and then we could work from there. So
and then you changed the throttle controller to ultimate 0. So it really wasn't
that actually made a huge difference.
It did. So every time we filled up, we'd kind of just make changes, wouldn't we?
We did
along the way, and see what that did until we sort of got it. So at the end of the trip, we worked out our average fuel, and it averaged out at around 26 litres per 100, which for most people that would be a massive shock, but for us it was quite good. It was a lot less than what we expected.
We're getting sometimes 24 and then 26, and if we had a really strong headwind, maybe a little bit more. But
yeah, wind definitely makes a difference.
But we were probably averaging like between 90, 95 kilometres an hour to get that around 26 litres per 100. So
yeah, definitely didn't travel at 100, and
No.
I don't think we ever took the van over 100 anyway. At that sort of speed, we're still out of people's way and whatever, and you know, we communicate with trucks with the UHF and let them go past if we're doing sort of 90, 95. So
yeah, we felt that was pretty good.
yeah, and they were all really
balance,
appreciative of that.
Yeah.
So things generally, how'd they go? So with our water, we had no problems with water. We never ran out. We weren't conservative with water at all.
And found heaps of fill-up places to fill up with water.
We did find that if we had the back tank, what was it with the tanks? There was something.
Yeah, I worked it out. Like if we used the front tank, and then that was going into our grey water tank after we used it, too much weight on the back.
If the back tank was full.
You could really notice the difference in the handling. So I changed it so that we always used the tank behind the wheels.
The back tank
tank first and then into the grey water tank. So then that balance never really changed that much. And it drove really well. And then, once that one was empty, then we would start using the front one. So it just kept the balance right. So that's just something to look at when if anybody's trying to get a balance right.
Yeah, that worked for us because we never let our grey water just go, did we? Everywhere we were, we caught it because we wanted to see how that would work and just making sure that, we were finding places to dump it in the proper dump places and stuff. So we were always carrying that water with us. It was just where we carried it on the van.
Yeah, and it was just a good test, like to know where it was best balanced. So it was good.
So the solar, so you ended up in the end not plugging the car
on the way home
when we were travelling.
Yeah, I decided I wanted to see how the solar actually worked, using everything without plugging in from the car running through from the alternator. And we didn't plug it in the whole way back. And like I keep saying, it was fully charged by 10 o'clock the next day, and we did not hesitate in using power. So
no, we just used whatever we needed because we wanted to know what was going to work and what wasn't going to work. So we plugged into mains twice, and that was purely because we had originally planned the trip in the tent. So we already had a couple of caravan parks booked. So it was a really good chance to plug in the van and see what would happen because we hadn't done that yet.
Because when we did that, that was the first time we could plug into water, mains power,
the sullage hose,
everything. So we tried absolutely, while we had the power and the water and everything, we tried everything out to make sure everything worked, and it worked really well.
Yeah, it did. And
we had some funny times and good times doing it, didn't we?
It just did everything for us. We didn't have to change anything over or whatever. We literally just plugged it in and away it went. So that was the only time we didn't catch grey water because we could put it down the hose pipe thingy. So
the only thing is it felt a bit funny having all these hoses going everywhere when we hadn't had to do that.
And they were bright blue because they were all brand new. It felt a bit weird.
So it's like we've arrived.
So camps, so free camps versus paid camps. So we did a bit of everything because, like I said, originally we were going to take the tent, so we already had a couple of caravan parks booked. If we were staying for a couple of days, we went into a paid caravan park, which were the two that we had booked because we were just a bit worried about leaving the van, weren't we?
Security,
we didn't have any security on it, so that's something that we're definitely looking at doing. I mean, we had a hitch lock, but we're looking at getting a alarm and tracking system
so
on the
if
van.
Anybody has any recommendations or anything on something to do that to make us feel comfortable
to your van or know what works or what doesn't. At the moment we're kind of looking at the Y tie. We've seen a lot of videos on that, and that seems to be the way to go. But if anyone's got any feedback, that would be awesome for us. So we also stayed at a lot of national parks. We really like national parks. We needed to book in advance because they all book out so quickly. So we stayed at the Byfield National Park and we stayed at Cape Hillsborough at Smalleys Beach. Both of those camps were completely booked out after we had booked, so we got our booking in, but they were fully booked when we were there, and both of them were virtually empty. Well,
there was only a few people in there.
Byfield was literally empty one whole night and had a couple of people.
Yeah.
And Cape Hillsborough had maybe half of it full, and the rest was empty. So I'm not quite sure what was going on there, but
it was pretty peaceful.
It was great. It was really good.
We
loved
it.
Yeah. And we stayed in free camps, so just roadside stops or gravel pits or what have you, which was really good. And we really like that because it's just so easy. No unhitching, no nothing. We literally just pull up and hop into bed. And there was a lot of bucket list items on that trip for us, so we really wanted to try and get through them and get the van as far as we could in that time that we had, so that we could really test it out and see if anything needed doing. So we did do some maintenance on the way, didn't we?
Yeah.
Because we had done so many kilometres in that first trip. When we bought the van, you get a book with
so
what
we just
has
did
to
everything
happen.
in the book and like all the greasing.
You did. I stood and watched, but Steve did all of that.
Everything stayed pretty tight, and I checked all the tension on everything, and I checked over everything all the time, and did those maintenance checks, and it was all really good.
So now that we're back, we'll get a full proper service done on the van, because it's done that many kilometres now that it's supposed to have that. And we were going to get a wheel alignment, but we were talking to MDC in Adelaide, and they're one of the few branches that actually wheel align the van before it goes out, and they've got a sheet on it all and marked as to who conducted that wheel alignment and on what day. So I don't think we'll bother. We have been told that you'll start and see wear at around 10,000 kilometres on your tyres.
If it hasn't been wheel alignment, probably.
So we're not quite at that yet, so we'll just keep our eye.
But we didn't actually know that until we had the brackets put on. Because we were going to get it wheel aligned, and but then we found that out. We'll see how it goes. So it was a really good trip. It was a great shakedown, and the van just didn't skip a beat, and the car towed it with ease. Other than we have to pay for petrol because we've got a V8 Petrol Landcruiser. And that probably will get better as time goes on, as we sort out the speed and the weights are and all that sort of thing. So,
that's right. And we do take it easy in the car. It is an older car. It has done
450,000 kilometres.
Special birthday while we were away, so we sat on the side of the road and sang happy birthday to Bertha. So it's just what we do. But it was really good, wasn't it?
Really, really good, really comfortable, and it was really felt like home while we were away. It was really, really, we loved it.
Very comfortable. Yeah, definitely well worth that. So.
So now
let's talk about cost.
And I know Jane's funny because she can see the time up here and she's worried about the time. How long this is taking us to do.
It's taken a while.
We just want to let everyone know what the issues we've had, what's good, and just any information that might help anybody else. So it might take us a bit of time, but we'll get there.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
So the cost of this trip, look, it was a really expensive trip. We did a lot of kilometres in a really short amount of time, and we had a lot of bucket list items on here. So we wouldn't usually spend that kind of money doing attractions in such a short amount of time, but it's just we were in the area and had the opportunity, so we thought, why not? Why not? And we ate out a lot more than what we would ordinarily do. So we really treat it as a holiday, didn't we? So it was good. So in accommodation, we ended up spending $698.10. And
some of the reason why we did that is because we had already pre-booked it anyway, and we wouldn't have got our money back.
That's right, yeah. We had booked 4 days at Airlie Beach because we were going to have the tent. So we also booked an ensuite site because we were going to really spoil ourselves. And we couldn't get a refund on that because of the way that I had booked it or something. So that was nearly 2/3 of that whole accommodation cost just in one place. So if I took that out, we probably spent about $300 over the 4 weeks on accommodation. So entertainment, this was a big one for us. We did spend about $935 I think it was on attractions, but
it was.
That was all of our beach permits for Tiwa Beach and Double Island Point, Rainbow
And
Beach,
that dolphin feeding.
Dolphin feeding, which really wasn't that expensive.
That was good value.
That was, it was like $30 for the two of us,
and
which I thought was really
experience.
good. Really good experience. We did do Whitehaven Beach, which was a massive cost. We went out there for the day on a boat, and you had lunch and got some walks in and stuff. So that was a really, really expensive attraction that we wouldn't
worth
really
it.
do.
It looked better than you see in pictures.
It was amazing. Definitely well worth it.
Yeah.
Don't regret doing it. It's just, it was a big cost.
Yeah.
We did some caves out near Rockhampton, and we did both distillery tours in Bundaberg and the Sugar Shed. You keep bouncing the table.
Sorry.
And that also, those attractions also, I included in there any cost of firewood, because we bought firewood along the way. We didn't have a chainsaw or anything to do our own wood, so we bought firewood along the way and had fires lots of times, which was good. Food, so just normal food shopping was $490 for us for those 4 weeks, but we did eat out a lot, so that was $546.
Yeah, we had a few treats, didn't we?
We did have quite a few treats, but we had lots of food when we got back as well, so we didn't have to shop for a couple of weeks after getting back because of that. Subscription, so we did take Starlink with us. We just did the cheap Starlink at $80 for the month. Yeah, we didn't need the unlimited one at all.
But that was great, like, well, with the van and without the van. Like, if we were out in four-wheel driving, we had internet constantly.
Yeah,
like, it was,
we could
and really
check
good speeds.
any tracks that were open, tracks that weren't open. I mean, we've got the Garmin with HEMA maps as well, but this tells you what's live and what's going on. So that
really,
was
really good.
I think we've covered everything we can think of that people might want to know about the shakedown trip in the van. But again, as always, if you've got any questions, any comments, any feedback for us at all, please just drop us a comment. We'll always reply to you, and thanks for those comments. They really do help, and even just the comments of support and encouragement are so awesome. We we're still learning. We still don't know what we're doing,
but we're getting there, and we love the support.
It's been beautiful. Thank you very, very much.
Yeah, thank you.
And we will see you next week when we're back on the road. So off doing more adventures and seeing more things.
We're looking forward to it, aren't we?
We are, absolutely. Yeah. So why not come along and join us?
Yeah, why not? See ya. Bye.
Bye.
I can turn it off.
Thanks for joining us in this episode and following our shakedown trip.
Yeah, why not join us next week as we hit the road for some more travel adventures?
Yeah, see you next week.
See you next week. Bye.
Bye.